Make sure you're not making these 6 critical mistakes that people make in online advertising. Welcome to Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. Now, each week we pick a random topic chosen by the Fordify button. So let's see what this week's episode is going to be about. The biggest mistakes in online advertising. Now, you really have 2 choices for online advertising. You can either hire someone to manage your online advertising, pay-per-click, and remarketing campaigns for you, or you can learn to do it yourself. Maybe you might want to have one of your employees be in charge of it, but either way, you're going to want to avoid these common mistakes. Mistake number 1, the premise of the ad doesn't match your landing page. Too often I've seen campaigns set up with several different ads and multiple keyword groups, all pointing to the site's homepage or to a store page instead of to the individual landing page or the product page that makes it relevant for the ad. So before you spend a dime, take the time to strategize. Think about it. Who do you want to target? What action step do you want them to take? Do you want them to subscribe, or do you want them to buy or fill out a form? What do you want them to do from the ad, right? Where are you going to reach them? What platform are you going to use? Are you going to use Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, Instagram? Where are you going to advertise at? And then how are you going to measure success? And most importantly, what stage of the buying process are you targeting? Are you targeting people that might not even know about your company, that you're just trying to give them a special report or video? Or maybe you're trying to use advertising to go straight to a page where they can actually buy something, one of your products and services. Mistake number 2, using the same ad in every situation. So think about it. When people are searching on Google, they are searching. When people are on Facebook, they're socializing. The important thing to remember is to match where you're putting the ad with what's going on in the buyer's mind. And remember that there are different mediums and there's different ways, so just don't use one ad across all mediums. Mistake number 3, setting your ad budget too low. Yeah, that's right. If you set your budget too low, your ads aren't even going to play, and then you're not even going to get the response you want, and then you're going to say, well, pay-per-click doesn't work. You need to consider about setting your budget a little bit higher than you might want to get some traction first. But if your ad budget isn't high enough, they aren't going to show your ads. Mistake number 4, trying to do too much within one campaign. Now, I've seen this a lot of times with clients where I go in and I look at their advertising and how they've got it set up, and they have multiple campaigns and multiple ad groups and hundreds of keywords in each ad group and hundreds of ads, and it's very disorganized, and they can't tell what the hell's going on, and they can't really see what's working and what's not working. So the important thing is just to keep it organized. I recommend that you start simple. Start simple first, get quick wins, and then get complicated later. Mistake number 5, accepting the default settings. Now, before you just accept the default advertising campaign settings, you should invest time in understanding what each setting is really for, because many times those defaults are actually in favor of you spending more money, not necessarily getting better results. I had a client call me up in a panic who says, hey, I just got a charge for $9,000 on my American Express from Google. Can you help me? I said, sure. I said, what happened? He said, we don't know. We just set up our pay-per-click campaign. Next thing I know, I got charged $9,000. Well, you know why? Because they had their default settings set to keep me in first position regardless of the budget. So they used the default settings, which they shouldn't have done. They didn't set a cap on their budget, and then they ended up spending $9 grand, and that's money out the door, and they lost all that money. So just because it's the default setting doesn't mean it's necessarily the best setting for you. Mistake number 6, not keeping up with innovations. Facebook, Google, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, you name it, they're all competing for your money and for their audiences. And they are constantly upgrading and changing their management platforms, and they're adding new features all the time. So it's really a full-time job to stay up on top of all the platforms. Now, even if you've hired an agency, you still need to know what success looks like and to help avoid the mistakes that we've just covered. Make sure you get performance reports and you understand your cost to acquire a lead or sale, and then you want to keep testing, keep tweaking, so you can increase campaigns that perform and get rid of the ones that just don't produce for you. So here's your action step for this week's episode. If you're already using paid advertising, get a performance report, look at your metrics, review the insights that we've covered in this episode to make sure you increase your results. Now, if you're not using paid advertising yet, why not? It's a great source of leads, and it certainly can help you increase your sales. That's it for this week's episode of Fordify. Now I want you to share this video with anybody who's doing marketing and sales or managing your pay-per-click advertising. If you've got specific comments or questions, enter them in the comments below. Like what you see, subscribe to be notified of upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. Here we go. Nah, this is bullshit. Let me think about how to say this differently. And I'll try to leave things out that I don't need, okay? I know you're not gonna use this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. It's a good story. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. Are you gonna use it? You can go online and you can take YouTube videos and it'll tell you what the you're supposed to do here. I don't know what you really want me to say.